Pisces, welcome to a tarot reading from November 6th through the 12th. It's Raina here. I had to start over again because I had to erase all these files I had on my phone. So anyway, because sometimes people say, well, why can't I see you putting out the cards? Well, usually you can, so don't think anything fishy. So the heart of the matter is the Seven of Cups, and this is a card of having come to a decision about something, maybe being realistic about something. So in the upright position, we think of the person who is kind of confused. They may have wishful thinking going on, not quite sure what decision they should make about a particular issue. And in this particular case, since it was in the reverse position, it can be a situation where you've come to a decision. And when I look at the past position cards, that underscores it even more, because one of them, they came out together, and one of them was the Two of Swords, which is a card of, being at a crossroads, being at an impasse, and the person is blindfolded, so they may be like refusing to see the truth of a situation. Maybe it's too painful for them, or they just feel like they're not quite sure if they want to go there. And then I also got the Star card, and the Star card is connected to Aquarius, by the way. So we had two swords. Aquarius is a sword. All the air signs, the other air signs are Libra and Gemini. But so it may be choosing between two people, or if that other person is a water sign, maybe a fellow Pisces. I could see like with the Seven of Cups. But if that is what the person is, they may not be the right person for you, because they might have their own problems that they're dealing with. And it's hard for them to fully participate in a relationship. Maybe you have, whatever the area of life this is, you have come to mental clarity about it, and you're realistic about it. You're not, Pisces is very idealistic, and so that's where you get tripped up sometimes, because you may tend to, present too rosy a picture about something that is not what it seems to be, and you have to see things as realistically as possible in order for them to be, the right thing for you. And you have to be able to know who you are, to be able to know what is right for you. You can't look to other people, obviously, because Pisces people are very empathic, psychic, and that tends to make you more emotional, sensitive. And so I know I'm not a Pisces, but I just know that by thinking that we can be like those other types of people, that's where it can get confusing. And you might even say, why can't I be like other people? Because you're wired in a certain way. And so whatever this situation is, if this is a love interest, maybe you thought that you were going to be able to make a relationship work, and it's just not going to be able to happen. And you finally are admitting it to yourself. And even like in terms of jobs, this could be like in the workplace, that you're seeing something for what it really is. The Star card can be about that healing and hope have come into your life, and that makes you more optimistic and more likely to see that there are more options in your life than what you thought there were. The higher message is the Page of Swords. This may be something that already has, that you, like a lesson to be learned in the future, to be very aware of your surroundings. Look out for red flags. If you're dealing in a relationship with somebody, look out very early on. See those signs that something isn't right, something isn't going to make this relationship work. If you're like accepting a new job. See what the culture is in that workplace, in that environment, because you are very sensitive to your surroundings. And where other people can be in a very dog-eat-dog environment, and even if there's a lot of nastiness and things, competitiveness going on, you might be the type where that just doesn't work for you, where that would create a lot of stress for you. Don't be afraid to honor that part of yourself, but you have to perceive it, and that's where it gets a little bit difficult, especially if you have Mercury also in Pisces, because those types of people will really see things through rose-colored glasses. You'll tend to just see what you want to see and not what's really in front of you. And when you do, it could be too late. I don't mean anything is ever too late, but I mean you might already be really connected to that job or that environment, and it's harder to let go. What crosses you is the Page of Pentacles. Maybe you've been talking with a company about working for them, if you've had some kind of disillusionment about a current workplace and things aren't going well. We are going to have the Mercury went direct on the 3rd, but it's still going to be in its shadow, so there may be still situations that are coming up that make for complications in your environment. And it just is what it is. It's no big deal. It's not going to make or break you, but just to be aware that that is going on and act accordingly. You may have wanted to start a new job already, but it's hard for some reason to get it going. Perhaps you've been talking and somehow you haven't heard back from them. Again, don't be too in need of hearing from them, because there might be some kind of a delay and you will eventually hear back from them. If there is a new relationship with somebody who is an earth sign, that could be delayed as well. And that could simply be your own emotional status. If you are getting over a relationship, especially if it's with an air sign. One of the things that the reason I'm laughing about air signs, if you have been with an air sign, you might find it really refreshing, because they can make you much less attached to your emotions, because they tend to be very abstract and detached and things like that. But at some point you may feel like you can never have emotion because they're so dry. They're so up in the ether, so to speak. And you're kind of like wanting that validation. You want that somebody understands you. And they may even be dismissive. So the thing about an earth sign is that they may be similar in their approach to life. I do think that earth as an element with you is more compatible, because you're both feminine signs, so you're going to have more in common in general. You're going to be more plugged into the same things. However, I'm just saying that emotionally, if you're looking for somebody to get you, it still can be a very stabilizing force. Even if they do not approach life that way, you may feel much more accepted than someone who is kind of analyzing you and telling you, why you're wrong. That might not be what you want to hear. What is coming in is the 3 of Cups. This is a card of celebration, socializing, kind of having fun. And in this environment, there can even be some kind of like meeting somebody. I think especially at the end of the year, there's going to be a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse in this house, because for you, the fifth house is Cancer. And this is the area of fun, or the fifth house is the area of fun and parties and things like that. And of course, at that time, it's right after, it could be like a New Year's party or something. It's right before New Year's that we're having this eclipse in Cancer. And the sense of a celebration, socializing with friends. Maybe this is something that you haven't done in quite a long time that you need to start doing. Again, because you need to get in touch with these people that really care for you. And they're not going away because you're not going to break up with them. These are people that are very, like your support system, I would call it. So there may be some kind of particular event that you are celebrating. Maybe you have a friend who's getting married, an adult child that is having their first child, or some kind of a celebration that you are going to be attending that makes you feel very happy and connected. And then we have as the outcome card the Hangman, which is also associated with Neptune. So I have two cards that are associated with Neptune. And this is kind of like surrendering to your situation. So if you have been waiting for something, you're not going to be like on pins and needles, just like, when is this going to happen? But be more accepting of the delays that are still working themselves out. Actually, Mars is going direct on the 13th of the month, right after the time frame that I'm talking about here. So that might feel more like forward movement, and Mercury will be gaining strength, and that might be something where you start to see more things kind of come together. I will be doing an end of the month reading probably in about a week, and maybe that will show some more of the themes that are coming up for you. But there may be a period of just kind of hanging tight, waiting, the waiting game, playing the waiting game. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. I hope that you enjoyed this. See, I don't always do your readings last. This is proof of that. If you would like a personal reading, I'm mostly an astrologer. You can check out the link below for more information. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.